Palani, which is a
Okay.
rural district which is a rural place in the Dindigul district. And I'm here pursuing my BTech Agricultural Engineering degree. Sir.
Okay. What do you want to do afterwards?
Sir, I am concentrating to be a civil service officer.
Okay.
I wanted to be an IAS officer.
Oh, wonderful.
Thank
All
you.
the best.
Thank you, sir.
Hi sir,
Yes, sir.
this is SV Surya from Vellakovil. And I'm currently pursuing computer science engineering in Nanda Engineering College.
Okay.
And I'm a content creator.
Ah.
Do book reviews and motivation contents on in social media. And I have an interest in public speaking. And
So is that your hobby or your main job?
So I started because I loved that first.
Okay.
So it's went along the way. And I also doing a computer like AI.
Okay.
So I have also interest on the
Okay. Good. All the best. Yeah.
Hello, so this is Devesh, the Secretary of SNH first year. And I'm
Secretary of
SNH, Science and
Humanities.
Science and Humanities. Okay.
Science and
Okay.
Humanities.
I'm the Secretary of SNH. I'm currently pursuing computer science engineering in Nanda Engineering College. I have an interest in coding, so I have selected this coding stream, and I want to become an IT software engineer.
Oh, okay. Good. All the best. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
So my name is Diyamani Gandan. I'm from BECSC, sir. I'm the president of Math Club in our college.
Oh, wonderful. Okay.
Yes, sir. And my
Math is also a personal favorite for me. So.
Yes, sir. I'm more interested in data analytics and those sort of things. I want to pursue my career in the same as well.
Oh, so more on the statistics side of math? Or okay.
Yes, sir.
Any other area in math? You're like?
No, sir. Specifically statistics. And like Surya, I'm also interested in public speaking.
Okay. I personally have a lot of interest in number theory.
Yes.
I don't know if anybody studies it anymore. But
Yes, sir.
yeah.
Sir, firstly, I heard you're the vice president in Ashok
Senior
Leyland.
vice president.
Senior
yeah.
vice president
Yeah.
in Ashok Leyland. So, from your perspective, what do you think are the skill set that we engineering students should have to get placed in industry-based companies like yours?
So that was, I think, the subject of my talk, basically.
Yes, sir.
Right? So, one is as I said in the talk, there is, so let me put it a little differently from what I said. So there is a saying called Jack of all arts and master of none. Right? Which means somebody who knows many things, but they don't know anything in detail. Right? So I think in today's world, that saying is, you have to change that saying. So you have to be Jack of all arts, but you have to be master of one or two.
One or two.
Okay, ideally more than one.
Yes, sir.
Okay, which means you have to know something and perhaps two things very, very deeply, right? And then, but you have to know a lot of other things, at least at a surface level,
Yes,
right?
sir.
So that you can ask the right questions,
Yes, sir.
right? So that is a very clear skill that we need. So these combination skills, right? At least in my kind of work, we appreciate these combination skills. We want somebody, if somebody is a scientist, we want them to be a good communicator. We want them to understand business,
Yes,
because there is no science if you can't sell the product, right? So for all these reasons, you have to understand not just within engineering multiple disciplines, but across
All the disciplines.
multiple fields, any discipline.
Yes, sir.
And you have to have the aptitude. So nobody can know everything, obviously,
Yes,
but you have to be very quickly able to learn,
Learn.
right? Learning should be something that comes naturally to you. And you should not be afraid of going outside your comfort zone, which is a common term that's used, which means do what makes you uncomfortable
Yes, sir.
in a positive sense, right?
Yes, sir.
So for example, you learn something that makes you, that doesn't sound easy to you.
Yes, sir.
I mean, what is your worst subject in school? Is it chemistry? Is it geography? Go and learn that.
Yes, sir.
Right? So I think to me it happened. I mean, again, technical example, but I used to hate materials, metallurgy and all that. And to be honest, I think a lot of textbooks and a lot of classes also make it a little boring.
Yes, sir.
Right? So I had to learn it as part of my job because I was part of my work involved that. But then I liked it so much that I wish I had learned it earlier.
Yes, sir.
Right? It's a very simple fact. If you look at the periodic table, which is the foundation of materials,
Materials.
how much of the periodic table you actually use? in everyday
Yes,
life.
sir.
If you count, you can count with your fingers.
Yes.
Very few elements in the periodic table you actually use. Which means there is so much potential on what else you can use.
Yes, sir.
So just as an example,
Yes.
when you learn, you kind of, these revelations come to you that there is so much, like same with a bio-based, biotech or a biomedical type field, right? There is so much that is not known about human body or animals or plants, that which means there is an opportunity. There's so much yet to discover, right? So that curiosity and therefore the ability to learn, I think will take you a long way. This is one thing, I can go on and on, but I think it's a short conversation,
Yes.
so I'll stop here.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So during your speech, this one
Yeah.
got me curious. You told about the AI you're training, sir, that
Correct.
it speaks like you.
Correct.
Are you planning it to scale it up? Like for...
I want to.
Yes.
We want to get it right with one or two sample people
Yes, sir.
first. And if that works well, I think, you never know. I mean, it may be a good business opportunity
Yes, sir.
if you can bring back long
emotions of
gone
them.
people. I mean, right? Whether it's a movie actor or whether it's your own parents.
Yes, sir.
You can see the drastic changes in our advancements in electric vehicles and artificial
Yeah.
intelligence. How could you feel that the automotive industry will be in next 5 to 10 years?
So it's a very big question, right? That nobody knows the answer.
Yeah.
Right. So as Ashok Leyland, we build vehicles in a very modular way,
Yeah.
which means we try to use common building blocks for almost any type of vehicle. So we are extending this modularity into these newer technologies also. So which means even an electric vehicle will have a large percentage of the same building blocks. So what that means is tomorrow, whichever direction the future goes, whether it's natural gas or whether it stays with diesel or whether it's hydrogen or whether it's electric or whether it's hybrids, it's largely the same building blocks for us. Of course, electric means you will still have a battery motor and
You
all
can
that, which
just
is not
change
there
it.
in a normal vehicle. But so we can reconfigure on the fly and we can build almost anything. So see, we are only one piece of the puzzle, right? We make automobiles. There is the entire ecosystem of vendors who supply to us.
Yeah.
There is government which makes policies and says, I'll incentivize a certain technology over the other. So that may also influence which way some of this goes. There are these infrastructure people who manufacture the fuels, right? If they bring down the cost, right? So if somebody manufactures hydrogen, somebody manufactures diesel, they bring down the cost, then that will incentivize that fuel. Or if equivalent for electric is whoever puts charging infrastructure on the highways and all that.
Yes.
If they bring down the cost of electricity, cost of charging, then it may give an edge to electric. So we are one piece of the puzzle, right? The best we can do is to be ready for all this.
Yeah.
But then having said that, we are seeing that, fossil fuels will continue for a while. That's not going away anytime soon. But electric will gain more and more prominence. I think in all the technologies that will be there in the future, electric is definitely one of them.
Yes, sir.
All the others I can't speak for,
Yes.
right? Because electric has so much going for it. There is an enhanced efficiency of an electric powertrain in a vehicle. The cost of batteries has over time on an average reduced. Right, and there are better technologies coming for all that. So there is a lot going for electric, so which means if you look at it 5 years, 10 years from now, electric probably will have a strong place in the market. Fossil fuels will be there in some measure. What else will be there, we don't know. Right, very hard to guess. But as I said, we are ready. That's the right strategy.
That we can't predict, right?
You can't predict, but then you can see some trends. As I said, the trend for electric is there. Trend for fossil fuels is very much there because it's status quo. But other things, it's hard to predict. If you take hydrogen as a fuel, somebody has to bring down the cost of hydrogen. Somebody has to bring down the cost of hydrogen tanks. Storing hydrogen on a vehicle is expensive.
Yes, sir.
It's a gas, you have to pressurize it and store it. So you need expensive tanks. Right? So all the rest of the ecosystem also has to cooperate. So one party cannot predict this on their own.
Sir, even if the trend changes, is Ashok Leyland ready to adapt?
Yes, because we are modular.
Yes, sir.
Right? And of course, we are innovating within every one of these technologies also. Right? So we will not just adapt, I think we will have a better product.
Yes, sir.
Because if you look at electric, it has democratized the industry, which means that anybody with some money to invest can start a company that builds electric vehicles.
Yes, sir.
You can actually get, at least for the smaller vehicles, you can get some kits. And all you need to do is to put it together. You'll
Yes,
get an
sir.
electric vehicle. It's that simple, actually. In a sense, the technology is simple because there are fewer moving parts and things like that. So electric vehicles are very democratized, which is in a way very good. But also it means that people who are selling electric vehicles have to find a way to make it better. So
Yes,
because you need to have a better electric vehicle versus your competition. So we have a lot of programs where we are working on making these vehicles better. So it's not just adapting, it's adapting and showing a product that is superior to what's
Yes,
in the
sir.
market. So you'll have to do both.
Yes.
So now, let's imagine you are a 19-year-old boy studying first year CSE.
Yeah.
Now, what will you do to get into a job or entrepreneurship? And this is an era of AI. So how will you improve yourself and become the best engineer or whatever field?
Right. So this, I think, was exactly what I said in my talk. Where, see, I have to assume I am a 19-year-old person, but I know what I know now, in some sense, right? I'm not a 19-year-old person who is totally fresh, right? So because it's very hard to subtract existing knowledge. So if I am a computer science student, I think the first thing I'll recognize is, largely speaking, computer science is a tool. It's a very powerful tool, but it's a tool, right? If you have a screwdriver and a spanner, and if you only have a screwdriver and a spanner with nothing to screw, what's the point, right? So you need a tool and you need something to apply it to.
Okay, sir.
And you need to understand both halves, right? If you have a screwdriver and a spanner and you're a plumber, then you can do something useful with a leaking tap, right? If you have a screwdriver and a spanner and if you're an electrician, again, you can do something else that is useful. So I think I'll recognize that computer science is largely a tool, right? And what do I want to apply it to, right? Is the first question I'll ask myself.
Okay, sir.
So what is, and once I have that answer, let us say I want to apply it to robotics, as an example, right? Because robotics is also coming back as a technology, because now you can enhance robots with a lot more AI. And it's called physical AI, which means it's AI not just running on a computer, but AI running on actual machines which do something which interact with the real world. So if I choose that, then I'll have to learn the various fundamentals of what goes into robotics technology, which is mechanics, which is kinematics, which is vision systems, which is how do you process that kind of data which is coming from cameras and all that, which is a lot of GPU software type of work. And ultimately, how do you have algorithms that can take decisions, which is the fundamental tenet of any type of robotics, right? So once I understand that, I will literally go out and learn all that. Therefore, and a robotics company that is hiring me will see this confluence of skills, which is essential for some opening that they may have, right? Or if I were bold enough, I would start my own company, right?
Yes, sir.
Because it's still a very fertile field. There are still not enough players doing robotics. There are some big people, but just like everybody uses ChatGPT at home now, right, or at school, or everybody will start using robots. The vision is like not that far away. Maybe in 2030 or something, you may see it, right? Where already you have these robo vacuum at home, which is the earliest entry of robots into the house. So who's to say that you can't have a cook that is a robot? Who you can't have a bathroom cleaner who is a robot, right? So or a car cleaner or a driver, right? So all of this is only left to your imagination to come up with applications. Right? Initially, first few years, technology may be expensive, but with scale, which means people make huge volumes, and just like computers are today cheap, robots also will become cheap. But for that, a lot of people have to start making robots. Some of them may fail, but fair enough. I think that's part of the learning process, right? So pick a field, right, for which computer science as a tool will be a very powerful tool. Learn that field.
Yes.
and then go ahead and if you're brave enough, start a company. If you're not that brave, at least work for somebody who can recognize this combo skill, right, to give you to really regard you with high respect for that job.
So you told that AI gonna replace the some things in humans, like
Some things, yeah.
yes, sir. So when it comes to computer science, sir, what are the things it gonna change in your perspective, sir?
A very tough question. See, when the first Android phones came, or Android or Apple, anything, first smartphones came, people thought, okay, I'll call, I will send some message, I will probably browse the internet. Nobody imagined the full list of apps that is possible to put on a phone. Of course, phones also got a little more powerful over time, but that was, it was very hard to imagine, right? You could sit and brainstorm and you could come up with maybe 10 or 12 apps that will come in the next 10, 20 years. But what you have today is an incredible breadth of apps. Even mapping, I don't know if people expected it to be on a phone, right? Even like
So you told that AI gonna replace the some things in humans, like
some things, yeah.
yes, sir. So when it comes to computer science, sir, what are the things it gonna change in your perspective, sir?
A very tough question. See, when the first Android phones came, or Android or Apple, anything, first smartphones came, people thought, okay, I'll call, I will send some message, I will probably browse the internet. Nobody imagined the full list of apps that is possible to put on a phone. Of course, phones also got a little more powerful over time, but that was, it was very hard to imagine, right? You could sit and brainstorm and you could come up with maybe 10 or 12 apps that will come in the next 10, 20 years. But what you have today is an incredible breadth of apps. Even mapping, I don't know if people expected it to be on a phone, right? Even like my wife is a musician. The tambura, right? Which is the drone, background drone. There is no physical tambura, it runs on your phone. It gives the exact equivalent of a tambura noise. Right? So who would have imagined that musical instrument would come into the phone? Right? There are so many examples like this that you can, and like gaming, right? Phones actually are used a lot for gaming. Right? Maybe there were very early games with some very simple stuff, but so asking a person to predict where all AI will replace is extremely hard. So, but to take a shot at your question, it will probably start by replacing routine jobs, which it's already doing. Routine jobs, there, if there is a process to do that job, right, and a little bit of intelligence that's required on top of that process. That's why a human person does it today. Then AI will probably for sure replace a job like that. Physical AI will start replacing even menial jobs, right? When I say menial, I'm not saying it in a negative way. I'm saying that what is considered limited skill, right? And there are a lot of people to do it, right? Like cleaning your house. One step higher in skill, cutting your hair, right? Doing a massage, right? Again, I'm not using menial in a negative sense. I'm just saying that it's the level of jobs that originally people thought computers won't replace. Like a massage person or a hair barber, people thought computers will never replace. Right? Because it's kind of, you can't outsource that job. You have to go to the barber shop to cut your hair. But now there are robots that do it. And I'm sure you have seen some YouTube videos where you put your head into some machine, it will cut your hair. Right? So even that strata of jobs will be taken over by AI plus physical AI. Right? So, and there will be some very high-end jobs, right, which AI probably will not take over, because ultimately AI relies on data that is available in the internet somewhere. Yeah.
I always had the thought of differentiating myself from others since the stories. But when it comes
You
to
heard my talk, no?
Yes.
Okay.
It completely aligned with myself.
Great.
But when it comes to a resume, like one page, ATS friendly resume, how can I send my mindset in that one page?
No, I don't think there is any magic. If you are truly a differentiated person, you have that spark, you have that drive, it will come out in your resume. Okay. You have to make 2-3 iterations of it probably, have somebody else, have some friend read it also. But that will automatically come out. This is something we always see. I can, when I put a job posting, get 100 resumes, I can quickly scan through it, right, and say which one is somebody who is just looking for a job versus somebody who wants to do something in life. That part comes out. So don't worry about it. Don't sweat it. This will naturally just come. Good. All the best to you guys.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you very much for this wonderful opportunity. I thank Nanda Engineering College. Thank you very much. This was a really great insight for us, interacting with Mr. K. Subramaniam from Ashok Leyland. We had so many industrial based queries what we had. We asked him and we got clarification for that. Thank you very much.